In this video, we're going to take a look at 3 plugins for SketchUp. And if you want to get a hold of these plugins, all you have to do is send an email to plugins@tuta.com. That'll be in the description at the end of the video. So this came about by watching a video, and some people were saying there's some features on SketchUp that's not available. And they wanted those features. So in this video, I'm going to look at 3 different plugins. One is called Toggle Snap. One is called Export Pro X7. And the other one is, I can click on here, and it's called Toggle Dark Mode. So dark mode is very simple. It's just a quick way if you want to be modeling at night or you don't want the bright screen. You just click on it and then you can work away here in SketchUp in dark mode. So I'll just create a few more of these here. So I'll create something like, maybe just create that there. Update, and you've got your dark mode, work away in dark mode. To turn it back, just toggle it back. That's it really in a nutshell. The other one is if you're working in SketchUp and you are working and you're working in small, let's do something small actually. I'll click this, especially when you're doing 3D printing. And I do a lot of 3D printing, so let's go something about 10 mil here. I click here, and then I want to draw a line that's 1 millimeter long, well, half a millimeter. See, the snap is snapping to 1 millimeter. Of course, you can change this in the settings. Go into your settings and change it, but it's quite annoying because if you want to be snapping to 1 mil all the time, it will be good. Or you can set this up in inches as well, but just say 1 millimeter here, or 1/4 of an inch, or whatever you do, 1/8 of an inch or 1/16. You set it up whatever your default settings are down in your measurement box down here. So say you want to go less than 100 mil, but you just want to connect lines. So let's say something like, I'll go, there's one, you can see it snapping at 1 mil here, see? Snap at 1 mil. So you're trying to connect to at this point here, and it keeps jumping past when you're in tight. See, so it's jumping past over to here. But you can turn that off by just right clicking and, oh sorry, extensions, toggle, where is it? Toggle snap on. Okay, so now you've got, it's not snapping no more, so it's off, turned off. So I can go anywhere in between. It's not jumping past. So there you go. And then to deactivate it again, I wonder if it's in here. If it's not, I can add that in. If people request it. Okay, so let's go back up here and just turn it back off again. If I can find it again. Oh, I toggle snap up. So now you can go, so you don't need a keyboard short, and now it's back to normal where it's snapping. I don't know if you can set up a keyboard shortcut for an extension. So toggle snap off and snap on, maybe you can. Let's have a look at that while we're on here. So go to Windows, go to Preferences, go to Shortcuts. I'll put in here snap, see if anything comes up. SNAP. There you go, snap units on and off, so you can click that. And then add a shortcut, probably just do something like snap on, snap off. Just do Control Shift, snap. Let's do Control Shift S. See what happens. Okay, so now it's snapping. If you Control Shift S, it switched it off, and now you can freely go anywhere you want, and when you're done you can switch it back again, Control Shift S again, and there you go. So that's those two plugins. If you want them, as I say, just send an email and we will send those to you. So they're free. They are free plugins. The next plugin is an export plugin, which there is export function in SketchUp, but it's so laborious and long to use. So let's go in here and select a few items. Say this drawer pack here, and I'll make it, we'll take out the frame here, so turn that down to 0 and update. And see, actually I won't take that one. I'm going to pick turn this off. I'm going to pick just a 2-door, and these here I'm going to put some rails in. So let's put in a 3-panel door like that, and we'll put some uprights in it. So let's put in a mullion, and here we'll put a mullion as well. So now you get your mullion in here, and we'll export. Did that. I've actually exported in the background, didn't see myself doing it, but here we go. So we've got a fair bit of stuff here. We've got drawers, we've got some doors, and we have some carcasses. Only the carcasses are switched off at the moment. So if I go to carcasses and switch on the carcasses, I can switch on carcasses here. So submit, and then make one with a carcass and a doorknob on it, right? So we've got loads of timber now. We say we want to go to the shop and cut this, cut these parts out. So all you have to do is select what you want to export. So if I select this bit here, you can do this individually and print. So let's go up here and click. Well, you can right click and go Export Pro X7. Click on that, and you have a choice of options here to export to. But we're just going to go with HTML because I find that's very handy. So go to HTML. We'll save it to the desktop here, and then it opens up automatically for you. So in here you've got the option of doing a lot of stuff. This is the components that make up this part here. So let's have a look at this. So these are all the parts that make up doors. Let me have a little look here. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces the same here. So let's go and check now that's in here. 8 pieces the same. So what do they call those parts? Well, if you're making stuff, you need to go to here and label your stuff. Tags, no, not tags, outliner. So you go to outliner, you can tag it on. In outliner, it will tell you these parts. If you break it down, that's the parts that make up that door. And it says there panel transom, panel transom, panel transom. You see there's 6 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. You see. If I click on here, it will highlight it. So there's 1 there. 2, 3, 4. You see them being highlighted in here. 5, 6. Okay. So all your parts will get highlighted as you click on them here. You can see that panel there. That's called a box fill. But you can relabel them here to whatever you want before you export, and that is what will come out on your export. So let's have another look at this now. So this is the information that we exported. Now just say we want to find out how many panels there is. So we know it's called box fill. If I just click on the box fill, it will tell you how many of those panels there is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that correct? So let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there you go, that's the 8 of them. So right away you can print this out. And the good thing about this, if I click Control P, you will see it will be printed out nice and neat on one page for you. I think you can go landscape. Yeah, you can go landscape, and there, that's the information for that part. And let's go back here again. So let's escape that. There's also a dark mode up there. If you click dark mode, you can work in with a bright screen at night, so you can switch that on and off. Once I click on this, it puts it into the filters. This here is a filter. That's the filter for the height, the width. So these are all filters across the top. Now if I click clear filter, it takes it out and everything comes back. Now I just want to filter for something very specific. Just say this part here. Well, if I click on it again, it's filtering it. It's just as handy to click on that, but you can actually type stuff in here. So say, I'll tell you what to do. We'll close this down and we'll do a bigger selection of stuff. So it shows you export a bigger database set. So I'll export it, replace it. There you go. So there's a lot of stuff in here now. So I want to search for something specific. If you notice that these here in the bold will tell you the outside group. So this group here is marked as bold. So basically you'll get the dimensions of the overall size from here to here, roughly. So I'm not zooming in on that. Actually, I could have used another plugin to do that. Let's use this plugin here just to show you that it works. This one. So there's that, and there's the height there. And there's settings in that plugin as well to change the offset here. Just to show you, do you offset 100 mil? Click OK, and there's other options in here. So let's delete that, and you'll see it'll be a bit closer now when I do that. Okay, so let's see if we can find those dimensions in here. So let's go back here and clear the filter. And you'll see there now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 options. So let's click on each one. So is it item 3? There you go. So there's the height by the width there on that object that we selected. So we can come out of that now, clear that. So you can quite easily find the parts that you want. So you want how many hinges is on the job. If I click on that, it will show you that. But let's just go back a wee bit, and there's a couple of different names on the hinges. So if I click on that, it'll give me all the hinges. So let's see if that's correct. The total number of hinges is 6 there, according to that. That gives you the total. So go down to Sketchup here and see if that's correct. So where's the 6 hinges? I've got 1, 2 here. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it's only that item there. Hold on. Let's see here, over here, hinges. Break that down. Hinges left, hinges right. So that's 2 hinges. Is there any more hinges in there? Don't see hinges there. Hinges here, no hinges there, hinges here. No hinges there, so what did I do wrong? Hinge left, hinge right. So it's exporting something that I can't see. And is that because, what is that because? Let me switch on hinges on this. I'm not too sure why that is, so I have to figure that out. Maybe it exports the hinges even though they're not seen. Would that be it? So what I'll do is I'll go in here and check hidden geometry, view, hidden objects, nothing there, view, hidden geometry. What I'll do is, I think I know what's happened. I think what it is I need to close this down, go back out again, file, export, say OK, save, yes, click on the hinges again. Where's the hinges? Hinge two hinges on that door. Okay, so I've got that. Let's just check. Type the word hinge in here, H-I-N-G-E. So I've got 1, 2, 3, hinge left, hinge right, hinge. Let's that's for exact match if you just want only that typed in, so you can click on that or de-tick it. You can also, let me finish off this and we can investigate that later. So in here, let's clear the filter. In here you can type in, if you just want to know your door 716 doors, you can click on that and you'll see that only that comes up. It's no good putting 716 in here unless it's in the description, so nothing will come up. Let's check the width. So we'll go 596. Is anything there? There you go, 596. And that's the different thicknesses. And there's another little thing I suppose you'll probably come across this when you exported stuff in SketchUp. The export height and width and depth or thickness. Sometimes this could be length, height or length, or the width could be the length. But in your own project, you generally know what those are anyway. And you generally know by looking at the size what it is. But when you're making your geometry, you have to set the axis to work with the height, which is marked as blue, which is Z height. Width is the red axis here. And depth is the green axis. So if something's not exporting here in the correct axis, you have to go in here and change the axis of your item, whatever it is. If it's not exporting right, you have to go in here, and I use another tool. If I go in here, I use this tool called Isolate, which is here. This is a brilliant little tool. So I isolate that, and the switch off hidden geometry. Now these are all switched on. Hidden objects, hidden geometry. So this is isolated now in here, and I can go into it and check the axis settings. So you can click here on the axis here, and it'll tell you there's the axis. It's set from here. Go inside, you'll see now I've got my green axis going back that way, my red axis going that way, and my blue axis going vertically. And which is all correct. So that's exporting correctly. So this isolate, I don't think isolate's available out there that can isolate inside a group. So if I'm inside a group, I can isolate that inside a group. So that's another plugin. If you're inside, you can click isolate, come out. And even if I'm outside the group, I can isolate everything else. Keep that, just that one thing. Inside, isolate, come outside, isolate that. What's this one again? This is invert selection. So if I have this selected and I want the other stuff selected, just click that and the other stuff gets selected and you deselect that. So these two are very functional as well. So that's everything on those and that plugin. And it's called Export Pro X7. I'm just going to finish up on the video on that, and then I'm going to do a wee bit investigating on why there's extra hinges in the export file. And I'm not too sure why that is, but I am going to check here, and you can hang up on the video now, or you can sit here and watch me try and figure that out. So I'm going to go here and check this. So this is all the items on there, and there's no hinges on that item. There's no hinges on that item. There's no hinges on that item. And there's no hinges. It's just left hinge here. Ah, there we have it. So that's interesting. Is there double groups in here? Okay, that's the hinge there, hinge left. Ah, I see now. It's exporting the name. Okay, so that's all correct then. So it's exporting the name. So hinge left and or is it hinge left and hinge? Right, I see what it is now. So it's a hinge inside a group, which is inside a group, which is inside a group. So it's triple grouped. So if I ungroup this, so basically you'd have to know this. So I've ungrouped that. Okay, there we go. So I figured it out. So it's three groups. It's exporting the group. So you have to make sure things are not doubly grouped unless there's something in it. So I've got a group within a group within a group, but there's only one thing in the third internal group. If you understand that, good luck to you. Right, so let's do the export now, and you'll find that it'll be correct. So it's probably best that that happens so you can know if it ever happens to you. So select everything, Export Pro X7, click OK, say yes, it'll open up. We check for hinge, just click on hinge, if I can find the hinge. Probably deleted the name now as well because let's see, hinge, okay. There you go, so it's two hinges. So there you go, that's it now. The headers also have filters. Let's clear this. If you click on the header, it'll filter everything by name, so you can get that way like that. See, everything goes together alphabetically. You can also filter by the item. And it's a good thing here too that you can always put the list back together again as it was originally when you exported it. So you can go 1, 2, whatever items there are, and everything's got a unique name to it. The total is down at the bottom. There's 96 items. You have to make sure you haven't got groups within groups and there's nothing in the group except for another group. So then you've got your totals. Oh yeah, another little thing, this little tick box over here. Say you only want to deal with you don't want to include something in your totals. So let's go and do that. Let's go click on that. That's all the box fills. Well, say you've done all that and you say, hold on a minute, I don't want to include these two here. So you can click on that, and that will adjust the totals. So there's only 11 of them now, so you can take them out or take that off, and it won't add up in your linear meterage basically. So that if you were cutting this board at these sizes, say, or this height, you'll need a board that's 3.300 basically, and you can get all your heights out of that length. So that's adding it up the lengths of all these put together, except for those two that are grayed out. So that's what they exclude or hide. Just it's telling you to hide that information. What else is there in here? You can click on this to get all the sizes put together, from lowest to highest or highest to lowest. Again, from here, they're all 5mm. They're all the same there. And cost. Oh yeah, it will filter the cost as well. Oh yeah, another thing I've just forgot to mention. So let's close this down. If you want to add costs to these and export the cost, say this here is £50. You just right click, make it a component, and type your price in there. So just say £50, create, right click, make component, put in £50. Say these are £100, make component, £100, like that. Click on that, right click on that, export, make component. So it's fairly quick at putting in, we'll put in £78, whatever, £79. Great. Now I can select this again, export. Okay, export, and click on that. You probably notice I've got a lot of weird plugins up here. If you're interested in knowing those, subscribe. I'll be sending out videos on all these different plugins that keeps getting added. Export, save, say yes. And now you've got the prices for the products here. So if I put the word kitchen in, if I click on that and come back and get my total price for those objects, see there, because I've selected the outside group, which is in the bold text as I mentioned earlier. And you can just click print now, Control P, and you can print that, and that's your information. So it's quickly to do print off. So you can save them as PDFs when you're printing. So you can go here, save as PDF, or you can print to your printer. I have no printer installed, so it's that handy, and you can close it down, click OK. So I think I've covered the most of that. I'm sure there's probably some other features in there. So if you're interested in this, this is a donation based plugin if you want this export function. So just send a donation to plugins at tutanota.com, and it's any amount of a donation. If you want to know how to donate, it should be in the description. If not, just send an email and they will send you how you can make a donation and then get this as a RBZ file to install in SketchUp. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.